Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Alright, so in today's video, since Thanksgiving is pretty much right around the corner, I mean, you guys, can you believe it? Thanksgiving. Literally, Thanksgiving is right around the corner. And yeah, mind blown. I felt like the year 2020 wasn't going to end, but here we are, towards the end of the year 2020. Anyway, so Thanksgiving is right around the corner, and I figured, why not do a makeup look? Because I'm pretty sure, although we are quarantined and we really can't go out, I mean, if you do, you have to wear a mask, etc., etc. But I'm sure we all want to spend and probably will spend time with our families. So I wanted to do a simple, fresh Thanksgiving makeup look. So I have a couple of makeup gathered in front of me, and I figured turn on the camera and do a little, test run, because today is not Thanksgiving, but do a little test run, practice around, show you guys what I think I might wear on the day of Thanksgiving. So enough with the intro, pretty long, I get it. If you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button down below, tap on the notification bell, and let's get started. Alright. So, first things first, you guys, let's put on some primer. It's probably no secret by now, but if you've been watching my videos consistently, you would know my current favorite primer is the Dominique Cosmetics JD Wadey 180 primer. You guys, this primer, I mean, I say it over and over and over. 1, yes, I love the primer. 2, I love Dominique Cosmetics and JD Wadey. And 3, it tells us, reading it word for word on the packaging, it says ultra hydrating complexion primer. It is ultra hydrating. For those who have dry skin, I mean, I just can't really stress enough, you need this. I am obsessed with this primer. So here we are, putting on some of that primer all over my face. Alright, so next it's time for some foundation, and for today I'm using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. This is their dewy collection. They have a matte one if you are, interested in the matte one, but the one I have is dewy, buff beige, 1111523 dewy. Honestly, for this makeup look, you can use whatever foundation you want. The one I'm using just happens to be Wet n Wild. Use the same one if you like, but that's completely up to you guys. Alright, so my foundation is done. If you guys want like a complete fuller foundation coverage, go ahead and put like 2 or maybe even 3 layers. But for me, I kind of like that natural look peeking through, but at the same time, I want to look nice and finished, so I do put foundation on. So next, I want to use a concealer that's going to really show that I'm awake, brightened up. It looks like I had 16 hours of sleep. So, hence, introducing the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camel Concealer. So, this is a concealer where many people say it's like a complete dupe of the, what's it called? The Tarte Shape Tape. Is it a complete exact dupe in my opinion? I don't think so, but, depends on who you ask. Alright, so I put a little bit under my eye, and if you notice, I'm not doing that is it called a new trick or a better way of putting concealer on? I'm just doing what I want to do, which is just really covering the under eye and just a little bit on top of my nose. And then just taking my Tati Beauty Sponge, I'm going to go ahead and just blend that out right under my eye. Alright, so now if you think about it, that foundation, you want it to last long. I mean, you're going to be chit-chatting with your family, you're going to be eating, you're going to be hanging out. Of course, doing it in a safe manner. But if you think about it, you want the foundation to last as long as possible. That's what the primer is for, but also you want it to set the makeup. So to set the makeup, I am going to use the Urban Decay All Nighter. This is their waterproof setting powder. Now, do I plan on going into the water during the month of November? Here where I live, probably not. But here it is. As you guys can tell, I have hit pan. I have definitely hit pan. You guys see that? I love love this foundation. Or did I just say foundation? I meant I love this setting powder. So I'm gonna go ahead and set my concealer and set my foundation. Let's do that. So using my e.l.f. powder brush, and you guys, look at this brush. Look how nice, big, and fluffy this is. Alright, so I'm just gonna pat that pretty much all over my face. If you want, you can bake, but sometimes I do bake, but really most of the time I just kind of do what I'm doing right now. Alright, so it's time for bronzer. Today I'm going to use the L'Oreal Paris True Match Lumi Bronze It, and this is in the shade 02 Medium. So, and November is, at least where I live, it's not like a summery month, although it is November right now and the sun is out and it's beautiful and I'm not complaining, so gotta take advantage of these nice beautiful weather. Anyway, so for the bronzer, dip it in like so. I am using a Morphe brush, looks like this, alright? And then I'm just gonna kind of tap it along the perimeters of my forehead. Bring it down like so. Same thing on the other side. Chin. And that just brings back a little bit of like, hey look, I'm still human type of look. You guys see that? Alright, so that's looking good. I love the bronzer. And you guys, again, this bronzer is called L'Oreal Paris True Match Lumi Bronze It. I think they come in like 3 different shades, and this is one of them. The reason why I really love this one is because it has like little specks of like glitter, but it's not chunky glitter. It's more like elegant glitter, right? So for my blush, you guys, I do want a little bit of punch to my blush. I want to look lively and youthful. You know, I want to have blush on my face. I want it to be noticed and known. So a perfect blush for that is NYX Professional Makeup. This one is the Sweet Cheeks Glow Creamy Powder Blush. So that's what it looks like. And this is in the shade Citrine Rose. Now, this one, you guys, first of all, drugstore, so you guys know is a more affordable makeup product. And like I said, well, this one is, it packs a punch, you guys. When I say packs a punch, I mean, be like, unless you want like a bright in your face type of blush, I mean, go for it. But the slightest touch ever. Alright, so watch. I'm not sure if you can tell through the camera, but I'm going to be putting on barely any pressure to my face. And it's such a powerful blush. Alright, I gotta like angle it correctly so you guys can see me. Do you guys see that? That's like the slightest touch I've ever done. Slightest. Alright, so the slightest touch on each side. And even where I'm holding my brush, the very tip of it, and it's still giving me that bright blush color. Alright, I know I said I wanted a nice bright punchy blush, but this right here is a little bit too punchy for me. So taking a different brush, this is the e.l.f. bronzing brush, and well, I'm not going to be using it to bronze. I'm just going to kind of mute out this blush color, and even though I'm muting it out, you can still see how bright and punchy the blush is. I'm just kind of muting it out, softening it out, whatever you want to call it, and spreading it out all over, even across my nose. I think that looks really nice. So the blush is complete, and you guys can see how bright, and the blush is pretty much in your face. At least probably on camera it shows a little bit more in your face, but in real life, me looking at the camera is, you know, is there, but in a very nice way, in my opinion. So next is the Wet n Wild. I feel like this video is like Wet n Wild everything. So far it's been like pretty affordable makeup brands I've been talking about, which I love. Anyway, so the next one is for highlighter, and I'm using a loose highlighting powder. This is the Wet n Wild Loose Highlighting Powder Mega Glow. This is in the, what shade is this? Mega Glow, I guess that's what it's called. So it comes in this little container, and you guys, this is one of those other products, kind of like the blush, where the slightest, littlest product goes a very, very long way. Alright, so it is loose powder, so you do want to be careful so it doesn't spill everywhere. Truthfully, you don't really need all that in the container. Just take the lid, and whatever's in the lid, that little leftover in the lid, I promise you it's more than enough to highlight your face. So just dipping in the lid like so, I'm going to highlight my face. You guys see that? The nice glow on my nose. Alright, so the face makeup is pretty much done, you guys, and I did put a little bit of lip moisturizer while I work on my eyes. They can kind of like moisturize, because I don't know about you guys, but I'm not really a big fan of dry lips. So, which by the way, my Laneige lip, let me go grab it. My Laneige lip sleeping mask, it is pretty much all gone. I'm like literally scraping the last bits of this, and I want to know if you guys have any recommendations to a really good lip mask or lip moisturizer, just a, you know, anything, drugstore, high-end, whatever you have, please recommend it to me, because I, you know, if I don't take care of my lips, then they just get dry and crackly real easily. So recommendation is greatly appreciated. Please comment down below. Thank you so much. Alright, so eyes, you guys, eyes and brows. So let's go ahead and jump into our brows. For my brows, for me, I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Cosmetics Brow Instant Lift Brow Pencil. Now, this pencil is not your thin, you know, I guess accurate, precise brow pencil. The product is a pretty chunky product, but personally, I do like that, because I'm not really one to like go, you know, draw every single individual brows. That's just not me, right? So what you see right now is my natural brows, and all I do is just pretty much fill in any like empty spaces in my brows, and that's just pretty much what I do. So let me just go ahead and fill these in really quickly. And then taking my tinted brow gel, this is in the shade Espresso, I'm going to just very gently brush up the inner part of my brow hair. This part is pretty much optional. I just like it when my brow hair is sticking up. I feel like my brows look a little bit more natural and a little bit more fuller. Now, for the eyes, you guys, here is the fun part. So I grabbed two palettes that I thought would be a great choice for a nice Thanksgiving family-friendly eye makeup look. So I grabbed, they're both ColourPop, so they are a relatively affordable brand. This one is the Whatever ColourPop palette, and it has all these beautiful shades right there. You guys can tell I did dive into it. I talk about it a lot. Well, not a lot, but I did talk about it in my TikTok videos and also in my Instagram, which, by the way, if you're not following me there already, go ahead and do so. Links are provided for you guys down below, or just type in @guacamole21. The other palette I grabbed is another ColourPop palette called Sweet Talk Pressed Powder Palette. And when you open it up, the colors are as such. And you guys, the background, the hollow background, I am completely living for, because, I mean, look how pretty that looks. I'm hoping the camera grabs how beautiful the background is. Anyway, so these are the two colors I picked, or not colors, but shadows I picked. So let's dive right in. So the first color I'm gonna pick is this one right here, and that is Copycat. And I'm placing that pretty much all over my lid. There is a little bit of fallout, if you guys can see that. So the next color I'm diving into is in the Sweet Talk palette, and it's gonna be the shade called Feel Free. And that one, you guys, is right there in the lower bottom corner. And with that color, I'm gonna focus it just on the outer corner, the outer V part of my eye, and just tap that in right there. The outer V part, tapping that in. And if I haven't mentioned it already, the brushes that I'm using so far are all from the Dominique Cosmetics brand. This is the DS04, the Crease Blur Brush. And the other one, the one earlier I used, is their DS03, the Blend and Shade. I did do a complete review on all their Dominique Cosmetics brushes, so go check it out if you're curious about them. But they are, in short, very, very good. So just tap that in on the outer corner. So now, staying in the Sweet Talk palette, I'm going to take the shade called Early Morning, which is that shade right here, that nice glittery shade. So I'm going to take Early Morning, and instead of using a brush, you guys, I'm going to just dip in with my fingers. And I mean, no secret, but using your hands, using your fingers to apply makeup is actually very, very good. So taking some of that right here on my ring finger, and I'm just going to tap that in from the inner corner and drag it to the center of my eyelid, but kind of try my best to give it that like gradient effect. So the most punchy area would be the inner corner, and it kind of fades away into the center of my eyelid. Just like that. Alright, so as you guys can see, I did put in that glittery, what was it called again? Glittery from the Sweet Talk palette. Early Morning. So I put in that Early Morning shade right in the inner corner and kind of faded it out. I do feel like it kind of has like a harsh break between the two colors. So I want to make a, you know, a little bit of color in between that as well. So I'm going to go into my whatever palette is the other palette, and I'm taking the shade, let's see, I am stuck between Not Okay and Ditching You. So the two colors I am stuck between are this one right here and that one right there. And I'm not really sure which one I should use. I'm thinking I'll use Not Okay. So taking a brush this time, I'm taking the Dominique Cosmetics, the Packer brush. Looks something like that. And you guys, when you do buy this, it's going to be nice, white, and pristine, and just beautiful looking. I still do think my brushes look very beautiful. It's just very, very well loved because I use it literally like every day. So, taking this brush, picking up Not Okay. I'm just going to just, in the slightest way possible, place it in between the two shades like that. It's like one of those steps where it doesn't make like a big difference, but when you do put it on, it's like, oh yeah, you needed to put that step in. You know what I mean? So at least that's what I think. So I think that looks pretty good. Hopefully you guys can see the difference. It's not the biggest difference, but I think it made a little bit of a difference, so I do like that a lot. Alright, so I'm gonna go in with a winged eyeliner. For my eyeliner pencil or marker pen, I'm going to use the NYX Epic Ink eyeliner. This is one of my favorite eyeliners ever. So I'm going to go ahead and do my eyeliner real quick. Alright, so for the eyeliner, like winged area part, I do that NYX Epic Ink eyeliner and do that part right there. And then just to fill in the rest of the eyes, I take my little e.l.f. eyeliner pencil and just fill it in. Okay, so now for my lashes, I'm going to do a combination of two mascaras. I'm going to mix in a little bit of Bambi Eye Mascara, which I did do a complete review on it. So if you are curious, I think it's the most recent or one of the most recent reviews I did. So go check it out. And I also talk about it on my IG and TikTok, so you can follow me there. And the other one I'm going to mix it in with is the Mega Length with Wet n Wild. So I've never really mixed these two mascaras together, but I figured why not? So just want to give something a little try, something fun. So I went ahead and already curled my lashes, and the lash curler I use is the Shiseido Lash Curler. So the first mascara I'm putting on is the Bambi Eye Mascara. Honestly, if you wanted to, you can just stick with one mascara brand, but I just wanted to try something fun, something different, something new. So, put on a nice coat of the B&B Eye Mascara, like so. Or just put on some falsies, but I probably won't put on falsies, just being honest. And then taking my Wet n Wild Mega Length Mascara. And you guys, I will warn you, if you do use two mascaras at once, you're technically mixing the mascara products together. So, you have been warned. Just gonna add that like so. And maybe even on my bottom lashes. I never put on mascara on my bottom lashes. I just don't really think to do that, just because, I don't know. But today's a different day. Well, really, every day is a different day. Okay, so now for my lips, I'm going to put on a nice nude gloss. And this is in the shade Sweet Tea by Dominique's Cosmetics. So right there is a really pretty nude gloss color. And then I'm going to finish it off by spraying the ColourPop Glisten Up Spray. Now, I'm not sure if you're supposed to spray it before or after your makeup, but I spray it whenever I want. No makeup, makeup, without makeup, whatever. So shake it up. That's what it looks like. And a little bit of a spritz. Alright you guys, here is my final makeup look. This is my take on the Thanksgiving makeup look for the year 2020. And yeah, I think a lot of the products I mentioned are pretty affordable compared to other products. And the makeup turned out pretty good. I like how there's a little bit of glitter in it. The eyeshadow is a nice statement shadow, but at the same time, it's not like too much in your face. The face makeup, the blush, the highlighter, it all kind of blends well and goes well together. And I mean, the look is, I think, very, very appropriate for Thanksgiving, for your families, all that good stuff. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for the video, you guys. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel and you enjoyed watching this, please subscribe and click on that notification bell. And, of course, if you are not following me on the Instagram and on TikTok, Twitter, all that good stuff, links are down below for you guys, or just type in at Quakamole21. That is pretty much it, you guys. Alright, so that is the makeup look. I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, a wonderful night, wherever you are. I'll talk to you next time. Bye, guys!